Well, chilly Willy. It is race day morning, and we are below 40 degrees, I believe. It's currently, currently 37 degrees outside. Hoping we at least hit 40 before I have to take this hoodie off, but let's go. Well, it is breezy. We are currently parked, and I think we're about ready for action. Hopefully, the wind doesn't end up playing too much of a factor, but it's going to be cool those first few miles while I warm up. Backstory, yeah, COVID happened, and I stopped running and stopped races and deteriorated. And when I tried to get back to running, it's been a little difficult. So we got some knee things going on. Been experimenting and just trying to be my best self out here. No idea how this is gonna go. Getting back to training while being a flight attendant and having the most irregular schedule has had its normal, natural problems, but I'm very excited to toe a start line once again. So let's go. Very breezy. Well, we have about 20 minutes till gun time. Gonna drop my bag and yeah, try to warm up a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. All right, the bag is dropped, and we are down to base layers. It's gonna be breezy. You look around, you just see people hating their lives right now, just hating it. Well, not the whole life, just the cold part. which is good. Be hitting me all day in it. So you're on a...
No, I'm on a spiritual challenge.
Okay.
So for 40 days. So this is intersecting.
I see.
So I thought like okay, these 40 days I should not wear my shoes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have to sleep on the floor.
Uh-huh.
There are a bunch of things.
That is amazing.
Huh?
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, and it's your first marathon?
Yeah, the first half.
First half marathon. Awesome. Keep it up, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. Temperature's really not so bad now because we're sheltered from the winds. So the sun's coming up. It's gonna be great. Guess I could do about 10 more maybe. Thank you, random citizen. Thank you. Thank you. We're getting close. 4 more and some change.
Great job! Hey,
Thank you.
it's me!
Fatigue is setting in. We're gonna make it. Just keep pushing. That last hill just made me feel like garbage, but we're almost there. The hilarious thing is, due to supply chain issues, there are no medals. They are, in true COVID fashion, stuck at a port somewhere. So it's just good to be back to running and back to racing. That final sprint was something. It was really something. Red line, like hard, like heart rate was up to 200 beats per minute. Like that's all we got left. It was so good, so good. Good to be back. Let's find the car. I don't even remember where I parked, but I'm gonna find it and get home. Hot bath and hot food sounds amazing. It's about time for a quick race recap. Got my race shirt on and the medals finally came. This is it. Got the nice little skyline there. Go Greenways was the theme, and this was of course the half. I like it. I like it. I don't know. Can you see the ribbon? See the ribbon? Yeah, it's got the same kind of thing going on. Yeah, but yeah, just a few reflections on the race for those of you who are thinking about it, specifically the Charlotte half, or generally speaking, anything. First and foremost, it's amazing to be back. Great. The Charlotte half marathon course and full marathon course, I mean, I can judge the first half of it because I don't know if you noticed, but the full marathon split off right by the stadium, which if you're running the full, that's brutal because everybody else is finishing and you got to go do it all again. Reminded me of when I did the Columbus full marathon, and it was the same thing. Mile 12, everybody's like, we're almost there, and I'm like, I'm not almost there, and then you go back out into the other direction. So it was nice to be on the half side of that one. Overall, I was surprised how small it was, comparatively speaking. I thought it would be a bigger race, with Charlotte being a slightly bigger city, but I guess Charlotte is not that much of a historically running city, so it's still a growing race. And I mean, I've run races from, 20,000 people in them to races with, I think my first marathon, there were less than 100 people going for the full marathon. So, I mean, I've been through the spectrum. The course, I loved, absolutely loved. Perfect time of year, perfect time of day. The lighting, I mean, I don't think the camera could ever do it justice, but it was beautiful just as I'm editing this. And I'm like, if only you guys could have seen how beautiful it was out there, just the sun coming through the leaves. And it was perfect, absolutely perfect. The other thing that it might make you love it and it might make you hate it, the hills on the course were deceptively slow. Just this easy gradual uphill that lasts for a half a mile, whereas if you're used to charging up a hill and then you're at the top, you expend your energy in this short burst, whereas this is sort of a long sustained thing. If you're like me, you're like, I'm going uphill, I need to push it, but you just don't get to the top of it at all. You just keep going and going and going. So for those of you who like to walk up the hills, you might get a little psyched out because it's a long hill, and if you walk up the hill you're gonna be going real slow. But overall, very flat course compared to a lot of other races I've done, and I liked it. Pretty good roads, and they did a good job with traffic, except for there was one place where we actually had a car turn onto the course. I didn't have the camera on, and I'm just like, what? And all of us are like, okay. They turned in front of, they weren't oncoming into the runners, but they're just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna pull out here. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? You see people running here? You see roads blocked off? But they were coming out of a parking lot. It's funny side thing. Anyway, overall, spectators left a little bit to be desired. I felt like for this race, people came out to see their person, and they waited until they saw their person and they cheered and they left. So there were a lot of people on the course. I know there were a couple of clips where you could really see it. There's a ton of people on the course and really not that much hype going on. But again, like I said, comparing it to stuff that I've run like Detroit or Cincinnati, those you have a massive crowd and they are screaming for every single person who goes by. They're looking to read people's bib names and stuff and call you out by name. Those are some of the bigger races that I'm used to, where you really have hype going the whole way, whereas here it's like bring your own. But there are still a good number of people who are just out there cheering. Kids especially. Kids are the best. But loved the race, loved to be back, loved finally getting a medal. And it's I'm very excited for next year, because next year I want to do a lot more running. Been cooped up with this whole COVID thing far too long. So yeah, that'll do it for the race recap. If you have any questions or anything, comments, leave them down below and I'll reply as quickly and effectively as I can. But yeah, it is currently December 8th, and I'm back to reserve life, and I have not been called at all a single day that I've been on reserve. So we'll see if we do any December flying, probably just Christmas Day, but stay tuned for that. And I've got like 1 or 2 episodes from between the race and today. Hopefully get those kicked out real quick. Stay tuned for that, and I'll be seeing you. Benjamin out.